Yeah.
It's Limerick Show with me, Meghann Scully. I'm delighted to be joined by musician Conor Fahy, aka Dáwna. Cunas tátu.
Yeah. Come on.
I said I'll have to check with Airtia. Obviously, Dáwna being Gaelga.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I got it from the Irish meaning bold. So, or bowled. Bowled maybe is a better, kind of cheeky. Yeah, and then I was writing with Ryan O'Shaughnessy in Dublin, and we were writing songs for this project, and I was like, I didn't have a name, and then on the way home, I was pulled up in the Obama Plaza, and I texted him. I was like, the sun was setting as well, so like dawn or whatever. I kind of like that idea too. And I was saying to him, what do you think of Dwna? And he was like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. So that was back last year, maybe February or March. So that's where it came from, yeah. So
I like it there now. I like the mix there of the whole sun and then, of course, Dáwna being bowled as well.
Yeah. It's good. I like it anyway. It kind of suits the whole thing. And it gives that Irish spin too, So.
And you're absolutely no stranger to the music world. You've been playing for some years now, haven't you, all around?
Yeah, I play in kind of a two-piece called Fairhaven too. So we do a lot of like cover gigs, a lot of kind of folk, a lot of harmonies and stuff. So I was doing that before I started doing this as well. I'm still doing it, but I think all gigs are kind of put to a standstill at the moment. There's not much we can do.
I know. I don't have to say my heart goes out to the music industry and like everyone involved in gigs, the background team, the staging, the production, sound, everything. Like it's awful to see. Like it's just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But I suppose the only probably solace in it is the fact that you're all in the same boat, that every musician is across the world. It's everyone, it's universal. So I suppose I hope that might kind of bring some bit of solace to the whole situation.
I think so. And I think, there's so many creative ways people are doing it. And I actually saw Lisa Hannigan is playing in Dolan's soon. They're doing like seated gigs. So look, there's great, like the one thing about the music industry is that they can follow like health and safety guidelines to a T anyway. So they're kind of equipped to make some sort of comeback, and Whelan's is coming back with a lower capacity, like 88 people, same thing, seated to a table. So like I really have to commend all those promoters and event organizers for doing this, and making a way back safely. Like, so I think if any industry can do that, it is the music industry and entertainment industry.
Absolutely. Yeah. I have to say, I'm raging. I had this idea and I shared it with a few artists there a couple of weeks ago, and it happened in the UK. And I was like, that was my idea, about having the festival in the field and having all the pods and everyone like buys a pod. And I saw it and I was like, oh my God, they either listened to my interviews or else they read my mind. And I'm sure I'm the only person that came up with that idea. But I was like, we need to get that happening in Ireland. It's so doable. We're just in a big field.
Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, once you do it once, like it probably is high cost, but once you set it up and set the gigs going, it would be fine, it'd be great. Yeah, hopefully. We'll see which way it'll go, I honestly, I don't know when gigs will be back fully, and I didn't realize how much I missed them. Like the first month was honestly lovely. I was used to being on the road 4 or 5 nights a week, driving to God knows where, and I was like, oh, this break is lovely. But after 8 weeks, I was like, I am mad to just play some tunes and have some people around. But look, as you said, everyone's in the same boat. So all you can do is kind of wait it out and try to get creative in other ways,
As I said, with Dolan starting to do sit-down gigs, it'll only be a matter of time, I suppose, before that'll evolve more and more. Exactly. But anyways, Conor, explain to us about Dwna and the whole project.
Yeah, so I just had a lot of songs, say, literally in the last 7-8 years. Like I'm always writing. I'm always trying to write with other people. And I just had a backlog of these songs that weren't really right for the band. And I said, I want to do something, make a project for it. And so I brought out the first single last year in July. And the whole idea is like, I do a lot of the production myself and try and improve that as I go. So you can really see like the first single now, you look back at it, I'm like, oh God. But which is always the way, but at least like I can say there's a marked improvement per single and maybe get myself up to proper industry standard of production, recording, mixing, all that. And so and I wanted to be quite decent at it with this particular single because I've had this song a long time and I've done about 4 other versions of this song and they were never right. So it's kind of cool to just get it right. I knew I'd have to really grind it out and get the sound I wanted myself at home. So the whole idea is just, learn to produce my own music and then I'd be able to release and have no limitations of how many songs I can release, So
I think that's a great thing too. I suppose you're saying there, like gigs were put on the long finger, but now you're learning to probably do skills that maybe you didn't do before because you always had someone else do them for you. So it's probably interesting as well yourself getting to know every aspect of like production. I think like nowadays especially, we don't just have one role in our job. We have like loads of roles, whether it's
I'm
research,
sure, yeah.
editing, presenting,
Exactly, yeah.
singing. So like, I'm sure it's been a real interesting learning curve for you as well.
It's been unbelievable, to be honest. Like the amount I learned in the first 8 weeks. So I've been doing a bit of producing for a while, but I did a marketing course, just an online one. And it was insane. Like within 2 weeks of how much that changed, where I could send my music and who I could get it in front of. And that just gave me a lot of confidence, you know. I think I was doing the usual thing of maybe doing a cover here and there and hoping like one of my artists that I really like aspire to be like would see it and be like, oh, good job. And that once I figured out how to get my music in front of people, I just had to, I could stop doing that. I could stop this, what are you looking for? I can't even think what it's called, but, you know, looking for that proof like that I'm, you know, or that validation, that's the word I'm looking for. You know, I can kind of figure out, yeah, I can get this music in front of people that will actually like it. So that was a big help during lockdown, just doing something completely different to music to help get it in front of people, you know.
It's really interesting, actually. And it's like, God, you really use your time well.
Yeah, I was lucky because I'd signed up for it the week before anything lockdown, you know. And next thing, the Monday kicked in, I was like, right, well, I guess I'm diving headfirst into this, you know. And you've all these modules to get through yourself. I mean, you just keep going and going through them, you know. So it was great. Like I'm grateful for the time. It was different and helped my music to no end. I can't really explain how much it helped my music come on, you know. So I'm delighted. Yeah.
And now sure you'll be ready for when the gigs can come back. I think like they're going to be back. I feel like they're going to be back with a bang. I feel like it's just going to be one day we're all just going to see on social media like all these bookings and it's going to be like, oh my God, oh, they're all back. So that would be exciting. But I suppose I can't like, it's hard to ask what your plans are next because I suppose you are waiting for the gigs to come back. But is there kind of like, you know, when you're going to be releasing more music or what's on the plan?
So I have this single, My Heart, My Soul, that came out last Monday. And then I have the acoustic version of that the very start of September. It's on a Monday as well. And then I'll probably bring the next single out about 5 weeks after. I haven't announced the name of that or anything yet, but it's all recorded and mastered and everything. That's done. And then the following one from that, I have just about done. So that means I have it done. I need to mess it up again and then get it right. And then I'll send it off to get mastered and all. And maybe another, maybe 10 weeks down the line or whatever. I'm kind of going to go do single acoustic version of a single. And that would kind of keep giving me a lot of space, you know, and it means I can have a lot of time to do whatever kind of small video. I like to do a video with every kind of one, just a small one I do up myself. So that's kind of the next plan. That will probably take me to Christmas, you know. Absolutely. And I have a gig booked in the Workman's in Dublin for October 23rd, but I don't know. That's supposed to be upstairs, but I don't know what the story is. They might put me in the main room. They might. The main room is doing like 50 people anyway, so that was what the capacity of upstairs was. So maybe I'll be able to do that. I don't know. They haven't got back to me yet, but fingers crossed.
No, definitely keep on. And to keep up to date with all things music and Dáwna, where can we find you across social media?
I'm on Instagram, Dáwna Music, then Dáwna Official on Facebook and Twitter. And I'm pretty active on there. You know, I do bits every day, you know, when I remember. And all my music is there. You get me Dáwna on Spotify. I have 4 songs up there so far. Dáwna on YouTube. I'm pretty easy to find.
God, you actually are across everywhere.
Yeah.
Good. No, that's good to find. So
you have to be.
You have to be, actually. You genuinely do, because it's like you can't miss a beat with that when it comes to like this day and age, anyways, on social media.
100%. And it's great. I mean, it's hard to start. It's always the same with everything. It's so daunting to start each one, but then once you do it, like, you know, you've broken the ice, and it gets easier and easier the more you do it. You know, same as anything.
Absolutely. Conor, aka Dáwna, it's an absolute pleasure to chat to you on the show today, and we're going to play your brand new track next, and thank you so much for sending it on to us, and it's an absolute pleasure to chat to you.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks a million.
We'll chat to you soon. Take care.